Like,
So we have huge solar fields
okay,
and but not, I mean, you still have like an electric bill on your house unless you have your own solar panels.
okay.
But it's run by solar panels. It's the first self-sustaining community in the country.
That's what I didn't know that. And so when I was building his website, that come up, and I'm like, whoa, that is super cool. So
Yeah.
good stuff. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Jerry. Brian.
Good.
Good morning, Chief.
Doing, man. What's up, David Starling? Going on, buddy? How you doing,
Morning,
man?
Scotty.
Morning. Well, what do you guys think about that soccer game yesterday? Anybody watch that soccer game yesterday? Holy
I
sh-
watched, I watched almost half of it, and then I had to get back to work, and then that's when the excitement started.
I know. The last 10 minutes, man, with Messi, it's the last 10 minutes. His team. Like some of those, man, those headshots just blow me away. Like the timing, think about the timing you have to hit that ball coming through at you at what? 25, 30 mile an hour?
Yeah, at
I
least.
mean, just insane, man. So it's just funny how some like one the guy right in front of him missed it. The timing was off.
Yeah,
It just blows my mind, man. So Sunday fun day, man. I can't wait.
yeah,
You-
it's gonna be a good game.
I know, right? I didn't know that they do third place. The game on Saturday is like who wins third place. I didn't That's a
Yep.
first. Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's like that in hockey tournaments and all that stuff.
Is it really? I didn't know.
Oh
I've
yeah.
never heard that. I've never heard like a third place
Yeah.
before the finals. All right. Well, as people come in here, I'm going to share a little I'm going to do a four-part series. We got a guest next week. Sean's going to be on next week, so he'll be here. I don't think he's here today, but it's all good. What's up, Lane Goss? How you doing, my friend? Martine, California, back in action. Let's see what we got here. All right. So let me just pull this up. Any wins that anybody wants to cover today? Shoot for the win. Nobody has a win. I mean, we all woke up this morning, so we all got to win. Could be a lot worse, right? All right, here we go. I hit record 1 sec. Okay. This is this is the presentation that I do a lot with agents when I first meet them. And so let me just start here. Let me slideshow from the start. All right. So I when I talk to an agent, one of the questions I ask is, and I'll ask you guys this: where is the bottleneck? And I emailed out, and David, you emailed back traffic, and then I think you said follow up. And then Kim responded with what did she? I think she responded with CTA, asking for the business, call to action. So I wanted to do a four-part series. I want to start with traffic, but it's an amazing conversation you can have with anybody, what real estate agents, your loan officers. Um, you're just asking them where they feel the bottleneck is. And there's four parts to a sale. There's traffic, conversion, follow up, and call to action. So you have to have all four. Like so, if I was to say, where's your bottleneck? If you have like a lot of people go, man, we have a ton of traffic come in, but we're not converting it. Where's the bottleneck? Conversion, right? Or it's just a bad lead source. Sometimes and a lot of times you'll hear consistency with follow up. Like if you're not following up, because you have, and I'm going to cover it here, but if you have a lot of traffic coming in and they're like in month one and they're not buying for 2, 3, 4 months, and you're not following up, the chance to losing them is very high because they're gonna meet somebody else, they're gonna see somebody else, they're gonna go somewhere else if you're not following up. So you have to have consistent, persistent follow up, and consistency is one of the things that I've been hearing from a lot of people is just being consistent with the follow up. And so we'll cover follow up eventually in the next couple weeks. So every steal obviously starts with conversion. Every conversion starts with traffic. So without a steady flow of leads entering the pipeline, no amount of skill scripts or follow-up system will move the needle. So we got to have traffic. Now we all have organic traffic in our phones and our database, and the people that we've talked to before, they're even if they didn't work with us, that's still traffic. That's still a warm list in your pipeline that knows you. They just didn't work with you because maybe they got a better deal. Maybe someone, maybe they built the home and got all kinds of incentives and all kinds of cool stuff. So That's not your fault, but I would never not follow up with them. I used to always encourage somebody if they did get a better deal to always come back to me with questions. Don't be shy. And so that was always a big deal is let opening the door for them to come back. But then putting them in a drip campaign, friending them on Facebook, wishing them a happy birthday, liking and commenting on their stuff, which is some of the stuff I'm going to talk about. So the big one is call your past database, right? Talk about the go rate, single question, like because people are moving. I was looking up a couple people yesterday that I'm talking to, and they're doing a ton of refis. Is anybody not doing any refinance? And the only reason you're not doing any refinance is if you're just not asking or having the right questions or asking the right questions. Because there's a lot of debt consolidation, credit cards, 32%. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of, the 5 Ds, death, divorce, diamonds, diapers, debt. I'm done. I'm done living here. That's like I moved. But there's a lot of reasons that people have to do refinances or could benefit from a refinance. If you take the merge rate or the average of the two rates of a higher rate, lower rate, if they have a 3% rate and now they're paying off 32 interest credit card, 32%, you know what, this is the big one. And like make the call not about like getting a deal, but hey, how can I help put you in a better place? If at all. Who do you know, friends, family, coworkers, that could benefit from any advice? Introduce the go rate. Remember we talked about that last week. What is the go rate? What is the rate that if it happens or I could get there, you would say I'm in. Maybe it's a second home, maybe it's investment property, debt consolidation, all kinds of cool stuff. I did a call with David yesterday on buying your first investment and buying or buying a second home. Great recording, by the way. And then I did another one with Lisa, who she is doing Smoky Mountain rentals, short-term Airbnbs. What an amazing, like, David, what did you say? What did you say there? Tell us the story. I mean, this just blows me away. They're buying what, $1 million homes?
Yeah, they're here in Southeast North Carolina, specifically Oak Island. It's probably one of the best valued beachfront property there is on the East Coast, and just because there's so many, it's a pretty big island, and there's so many older homes on this island, um, and it's becoming more popular, especially now. There's been a couple movies and shows in Southport and Oak Island area. It's become more popular. But what they're doing is they're literally buying and purchasing million two properties, tearing them down and putting, and then building the cost to build is about 1.5 million to 1.7 million. And let's say they got 2.5 in it. The appraised value at completion is like 3.3 to 3.5, and it's insane. And they have immediate cash. They have immediate equity once the house is completed, and then they're cash flowing. They're doing the SCR, and these are cash flowing at $25,000 a week, and these are massive 10 and 12 and bedroom houses, 10 bath. They put a massive pool on the deck, and they're beachfront, and they're killing it. Absolutely,
Crazy.
it's insane.
And to not put that out there like that, I mean, and you're doing those loans, right? I mean, you're doing those loans.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to do a whole lot of $2 million loans to hit 20 million. So, yeah.
Basically, the good thing is I'm not capped. So
Right. Okay. And if you position yourself hyper local as the expert at doing this type of thing, guess who's going to call? The people that are looking for your service. So I'm just saying, whatever you specialize in, whatever it may be, just have the conversations on a consistent, persistent basis. Who's doing this? I know Eileen does this on a weekly basis, and I think she's still doing this. You text every Thursday?
Every Thursday, a
Every
text message goes out to realtors. We've been doing it since COVID 2020.
Yeah. And you send out a couple hundred, right?
Yep. Yeah, we send out to everybody in our database, and we mix it up. We don't just only keep it to mortgage. Sometimes I'll send a funny meme. Sometimes we'll send a product that's, DSCR, fine, whatever. We'll just mix it up. But every Thursday, like clockwork, it goes out.
Yeah, and it's through a special system, so I would recommend not use your iMessage. So you
I
use it.
use Bonzo.
Okay.
Use what?
Bonzo.
Bonzo.
But just don't do this with your iPhone or your number that you use, like that is your number. I did this, and Eddie Skinner, he's not here, but iMessage turned him off. Apple turned him off. They're like, you can't get back in because if you send too many of the same. And Jerry, did this happen to you? I think this happened to you too. So they're real strict about this because they see the same message going to the same like so many people. I only did 10 and they shut me off. I had to request to be opened back up and they did let me back in. So please don't use your phone if you're texting a bunch of people. But if you're doing 5 a day, no big deal. And make it fun. Like Irene doesn't do the same thing. She doesn't ask for business. She's just being present, being visible. How many?
Like that's only the Thursday one. I do the every day we're texting people, like whether it's, hey, following up, whatever, that's different. But the Thursday one is the big mass one that goes out.
Yeah.
On your Thursday text, do they know it's coming from you?
They do. It says my information on it when it goes out with my phone number, my name, everything.
Okay. Do you get a response from that Thursday text?
Every single Thursday.
What?
Either if they like it, I call them. Most like, if it's a funny meme, they'll put LOL. I'll look them up and call them and hey, we haven't talked in a while, whatever. Starts up a conversation. If it's a product, some people say, oh my God, I have a customer call me. I didn't know that this existed. But every Thursday, somebody
Yeah.
reaches out.
Yeah, and she's setting up for the weekend. So when the agents are stopped, going to be showing homes and doing stuff that she's top of mind
Mhm.
going into the
We
weekend.
do get a couple, that unsubscribe, which is normal.
Yeah. And how many people? I mean, is there people that unsubscribe every week? Who cares? But like, do you have
But
some?
it's not a lot. It really isn't. Like most people. And then the funny thing is that I'll call some realtors and I'll be like, hey, we haven't talked in a while. And they're like, oh my God, every Thursday, how do you do that? I need you to teach me how. And then I start getting into, their business and getting to know what they're doing and just telling them, you get yourself an assistant because that's everybody's problem. Like they're like, how are you so consistent?
Yeah, good stuff. And look at so she's doing way that she's doing a couple hundred a week. If you did 5 texts a day times 5 days, 50 weeks, 1,250 personal touches. I mean, if you just do this, you'll have more opportunity. I promise you. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I don't know how you wouldn't. Because what you're doing is you're trying to hit that reticular activator. Think about so just going back to this, calling your past. What if you called 5 and text 5 per day? Just personal message, gratitude messages. Hey, just checking in. Haven't talked to you in a while. Like she's so it can come off her voice so smooth, right? Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. Just chat, just touching base. If you don't even have a call to action, they know who you are, right? And if they don't, they'll say, "Who's this? This is Eileen. This is your mortgage. Your Florida mortgage girl."
Like yesterday, I called a past customer, and it was because her birthday's coming up, and I'm doing my birthday cards for the month. So I called her and I said, "Hey, I'm just calling to follow up because she moves a lot,
Mm,
and sometimes she lives with her brother. I don't know, whatever. That's her problem." And I said to her, "I just want to make sure I have your correct address." Well, it turns out I didn't have her correct. She's like, "Oh, I moved again," and whatever. So I got her correct address, and we started talking about an equity line. She's like, I have this much credit cards and I don't know, what to do, and I don't want to refinance because the rate is so low. I'm like, well, we're doing equity lines now.
crazy. Good stuff. Good
And
stuff.
it was just to call her to update my file so I can send her birthday card.
It's easy call. Now you're talking about a loan.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't do that again. Don't call people, please. Like, please don't do that because then you got to like make money. Sorry.
And pay taxes.
And pay
Pay
tax.
taxes.
Taxes suck. For every 4,000, you're spending $1,000 in taxes. Like, yeah.
Scott, you mentioned unsubscribes.
Yeah,
I think there's two people that unsubscribe. The person who just doesn't want the text, and they're going to call you anyways.
correct.
And then the people that just don't want to do business with you. So if they're not going to do business with you, go ahead, unsubscribe. And
Right.
like I've got some great friends that unsubscribe. They got into a workflow because we did a loan and they
Mm.
unsubscribe. They're not going anywhere. Like they're going to call you. But the people that unsubscribe, yeah,
And you still got
Hey,
social.
and if they unsubscribe from my text, they still get my newsletter every Monday.
exactly.
So you just take them off this list and put them on this list. I mean, like,
Pretty
whatever.
much.
It's from a different
Yeah.
number. No, I'm kidding.
No hard feelings.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I think people get caught up in. Like I always say that people use social media wrong. And I was showing David this the other day how to set up a Facebook list. Does anybody not know how to set up a Facebook list? Brian doesn't. Okay, so all right. I'm sure there's somebody else on here that, and if you're, let me just pull this up. Because this is and I showed David this. This is a big deal. So in Facebook, you all know that if I just sit here and scroll, it's going to give me 5% of my database, if that. Like I'm only going to see one's the people that posted recently, but then it's just going to keep churning, and you're only going to Facebook intentionally only shows 5%. So how I be live, be visible, like Eileen does with text and whoever makes phone calls and stuff like that. This is the way to do it in social media. So you got your little friends tab right here on the left-hand side. So if I go to the home button, that just takes me home. Or if I click on my name button, that takes me back to my home page. So if I click on the friends tab, if you just do this piece, you'll have more opportunity because you're going to stay visible. So
Scott, you're not showing your screen.
Oh, I'm not? Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, was it? Dang, man. What was I doing? All right, there we go. Is that better? All right, so let me go back. Let me go to, all right, so my home screen. So you got your home screen. This is when you first land and you start scrolling, scrolling. And then you got your home page, which is like where you post and stuff. But if you go back here, there's a friends tab on the left. It takes you to all of you should go here to see if you have any friend requests that are currently like see how it says mutual friends, no friends, no friends, no friends, followed by like whatever. So you can quickly see if there's somebody that you should be friends with and connect with them. You're going to get a lot of spam. The more you do this, the more spam you get, obviously, but there's a custom list right here. Okay. If you click on custom list, you can set up any kind of list you want. I would recommend, if you want to, some people go, some of my agents I talk to, they're like, hey, I just want to remain private with my personal stuff. I'm like, all right, so create a family list and I'll show you the mindset behind this. So just say you create an agent list. Okay. Now I'm going to move this so I can see it. All right, there we go. So as you can put people in as many lists as you want. So how you put people in list is and I'll show you here in just a second. But so once you add them to the list, and if I do a demo list, I'll show you. But if on a Mac, I have a Mac. On a PC, it's different. Just Google how to do this. But if I hold the command key down on a Mac and click her profile, it opens her tab. So I could very quickly open David's tab. There's David. There's Jay. There's Hilda, there's Caroline, there's Jim, there's Efren, there's Jonathan. Okay. So now it just opened up all those tabs at the top. So now I go to the very first one and I like and comment on one of his posts. You do 10 of these a day, probably take you 10 minutes max, maybe 15 at the most. Mark out 15 minutes. But now if I like this, now who's going to see that? Is Jonathan going to see that I liked that post or hearted that post? Yeah, he does. He's going to get a little bell up here, a little alert. And the notification saying Scott Hudspeth. And not only that, I'm going to see who else likes his stuff. The other crazy part is if I go to his friends, I don't know if you knew this or not, but it shows if there's no blue here, that means we're mutual friends. So his friends are my friends. All right, here. If I get down to where it starts showing blue, those are the ones that aren't. Looks like we got a lot of mutual friends, or he just doesn't have it turned on. So it'll show not friends, not friends, not friends. So all your database, it shows all of their friends. So when you start tagging people, their friends start seeing it. It's just, so when I'm done with Jonathan, I literally click out of it, go like and comment. Like if I literally sit here, I just literally love this. No political stuff, no religious stuff, unless you want to just, whatever, play a part in that. Because you'll alienate 50% of your people. So as you can see, you can really quickly do 10 people in for the likes and hearts, probably 1 minute. And now I'm being visible with that person because they're going to see that I like their stuff. All right. Same thing so once you set up these lists, you can literally sit there. Now, if you want to do another crazy cool thing is if I highlight all these. So if I just copy and highlight all these and I open up an Excel spreadsheet and I want to keep track of all my social profiles for whatever reason, if I literally pasted the names, but also that takes me to their social profile as well. So however you are organized or want to feel organized or however detail oriented you are, those are all the names and all the social profiles of the people just by copying and pasting once they're in the list. All right. Now to create a new list, all you do is create, call it a name. whatever you want to call it, and then it's going to be a blank. So then you add friends, you literally can add as many as or all of your friends to one list. So I'd recommend, if you're not going to like do separate lists, just put everybody in one list so that you can make sure and like and comment everybody often. So you can stay. Does everybody understand the mindset behind that? You're giving them shots of dopamine. This is a big deal. So once I add a couple, and let's say and then that little button goes away. So this little like three dots right here, I want to save you guys time. So you can edit list name, delete list, or add remove. So then it goes back to this again. And you can save it, and so you can add, subtract from it, however you want to do it. Now, here's the cool part about this. When you're on Facebook, and I was already there, so I could just probably click the home button. So now when I want to make a post and I only want my agents to see it, or I only want my family to see it, or whatever, if I choose, see how it says public right here? If I choose that, it'll let me choose. There's the MLO list right there. So if I only want 3 people to see this post, or 1 or 1,300, I would literally click that, make the post, and only those 1,300 would see the post. Make sense? So you can have a lot of fun with this if you're thinking right now what I'm thinking. You could literally do one person in one post if you want to get their attention, and literally put stuff in front of their face every single day. You could literally put their name on a post. Hey, Eileen, how are you today? Hope all is well. And they're thinking, holy crap, who's he talking to? He put that on like a Facebook
Is this
post?
considered like kind of like the retargeting, how people do the retargeting?
No, retargeting is when you run Facebook ads and they click on your thing, and then you have like, say, like Amazon. If you go look at Boots, and now Boots, you see Boots inside Facebook on part of the ad, like this, the high level right here. So, but this is just being relevant and being visible. But the way to do a post is really cool in the fact that you can literally put it in. If I had only like these 3 people, like these 4 people would only see the post if I made a post. And so if I did that and then put a post up, those 4 people would see it. Pretty crazy. If you do something like this, just make sure when you go back that you mark public on your next poster, only those 4 people will see it again, because sometimes it sticks. Cool. Does that make sense? So now you can spend literally a 1 minute a day hitting 10 people a day, 10 likes, 10 comments. I only said 5, for the presentation. So if you want to go back to that and do 5, do something to stay relevant, stay visible. All right. Any questions on that? That's a big deal. If you just so I show agents this stuff, and I'm like, if you just do this, like most people I see have no less than 500, 1,000, 2,000 people that they're friends with on Facebook. You can say, hey, friend.
Scotty, I got a question.
Yeah.
Good morning, by the way. Sorry, I was in the car. I had to get coffee.
I love it. All right.
Coffee or be on time. But question for you. How do you get, so for people, I mean, all of us have, a ton of people on our Facebook list. Is there an easy way to sort them to begin with? Like, can we sort them by job title?
I'm sorry. No, there's no, unfortunately, there's no easy way. Let me do this really quick. I forgot to show you how to put them into a list. So thank you for that. Let me show.
Hey, I like your backdrop, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me just do this real quick. Share. All right. So when you go to Facebook and you do go to, you have your friends here. So these 3 little dots, if you click on the 3 little dots next to the name, so go to your profile, friends, and then edit friend list. Then you can put them in one or all of the list that you have. Okay. And that's so what a lot of people would do is when they accept a friend request, they would instantly go here, put them in the right category. And so moving forward, and I've had some of my friends go, well, I only accept friend requests at one time of the day. When I sit down, I do this, I do it for 10 minutes, I accept my friend request or make friend request. And then I put them in the right category so that I have them in the right list so I can stay top of mind. So if you have a hot list if you have a past database list and you just want to like literally post in front of your database list and then boost that post to those people, now you're just spending like a couple dollars a month, literally $30 a month, staying top of mind with every single person that you're friends with on Facebook. Instead of paying $1,000 a month for a billboard, this is your billboard. So when
it's very targeted, it's going after the people you actually want to connect with.
see the boost posts, and Facebook changed this a long time ago, but it used to not have to be on your personal. I say go personal hardcore, but then if you click boost, you can start playing around with putting yourself in front of all your friends that you have. Like, I could literally stay top of mind with, however many friends you have. And you should be friends with every single person you've ever talked to, met with, done business with. You should be friends with those. All right. Crazy, right? All right. So Facebook, big, huge. Any other questions on that? Okay. Meaningful looks like, it's just so easy. So like, it's almost too easy. It's boring. Like, I think that's why we get caught up in it. Like, a lot of people go, I got to post. Well, yes, you got to post, but like, be personal, but like, make it, fun. Think, like, use ChatGPT to go, all right, I did this or did that, or, hey, how do I spin this into get people to interact with me on social media? I got a lot. It got a little brutal on my post about Messi yesterday. I love just singling out like I know the team concept, but like you single out one person and everybody gets pissed. Like, oh, it's a team, dude. Like this other guy did that. So you call people the GOAT and it's just a controversy. It's like, you just piss people off. It's kind of fun. So think about controversy in a good way. Sports is like a huge controversy. I don't know if you guys seen this or not. Let me just show you what I'm talking about so you guys can start wrapping your head around it. Whoops, wrong share. Let me just do this.
To see you.
All right. So if you scroll down to this one right here, and I didn't even put a picture with it, right? So I had 8 whatever, but I had 23 comments, and they were like Eddie was posting pics with all these guys on there, and it was really cool. But if you look at all this stuff that was happening, like if you go to the controversy, Jeff Weaver, Luke, Luke had a post going, and I kept commenting on his stuff because we were kind of like cheering on the team, whatever. But look at, you got people posting, you got Eddie posting pics with in front of Messi, and like just having a good time, and people going off, and so until the next GOAT, Tom Glass was, like there's some good stuff, but then there's some other stuff that's that's kind of controversy. So that's all I did. Messi, so 39 years, one game from another World Cup. So like, so think about how do I bring other people in to collaborate with them. But here's the thing: notice what I did personally. I didn't leave it alone. I commented on everybody that commented, and I hearted every single person. So you can't just let it go. Like it's like I text them and they text me back, right? Or I text them and they didn't answer. So they're texting me is the way I look at it. So I'm going to respond, right? Got to respond, either a like, comment, heart, whatever. So make sure you're interacting with everybody that interacts with you. Make sense?
Hey, Scotty, I got a question here.
Man, please.
Hey, man. By putting it in the list like you're doing, is that, I think you said Facebook only covers 5% of your people if you're public.
If that, yeah, I don't know what the actual stat is, but so here's kind of how it works, Brian. If you put up a post, it's going to show it to a couple people and go, is there anything here? And if you start getting likes and interactions, then it's going to show it to more people and more people and more people, is what I've been told. And
okay.
So, and it kind of makes sense because I'll post something and then all of a sudden I'll get a ton of like interaction right up front, and then all of a sudden it'll go from like 8 to 25 real quick.
Oh, okay. Right.
Because it's like, okay, they want people to come to Facebook to stay on Facebook so they can put ads in front of their face. So the more interaction that a post gets, the more they're going to show it to more people because, oh, we have another chance to show an ad in front of these people. So let's put this post up because it's with his friend group. It's more interactive. So when
I would imagine that a short video might be even more engaging, perhaps, right?
Yeah. So you might not get as much. Okay. I'm glad you brought this up, brother. This is a really good example. Let me just show you something. Okay. This is something that you guys like. Where is it at here? Hold on. I totally lost my screen. All right, there we go. Let me just show you something that's really cool. And so see how there's insights. So let me just go to see how I've like two. So I'm like, man, what a failure, right? I think it's a failure, but look, and I have not looked at this, so it may still be a failure, but let me just look. So I had over 203 views. So 203 people seen it, but I only got 2 interactions. So
gotcha.
Still good.
Right.
So a video, let's go back and look at like a video. Like this video was a big deal. 28-3. Like not bad, right? But dude, check this out. This is where it gets crazy with a video like you're talking about. Check this out. If it goes. It'll give me the insights. There we go. Look at this. Over 2,597 views on that video.
Yeah, that's
So
huge.
as you put content up, you might go, man, that one sucked. Look at the insights and go, man, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I got you. That's it's still eyeballs on, you know?
Yeah, eyeballs, man. Like we're all buying for attention.
Right.
That's the number one thing. Like you could have 28 friends and do better than me with different content. You get more views per week, per month with a couple friends than I do with 5,000.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so look at the insights. Don't think it's a failure because people are seeing it. They just might not interact. Think about when you're scrolling, what are you doing? You're watching TV, you're having a conversation with whoever's in your house, kids are pulling on your shirt, like your text is going off, your email's going off. Like you're just like, it's just a habit that we get into that we're like, okay, what do we do? Like it's just crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So you guys understand the engage on social? Like it's not about what you post. It is about what you post, but the interaction is way more important than the post. Yes, you got to be visible. Yes, you got to be relevant. Yes, you got to be fun, engaging, maybe controversial on some stuff. Okay, here's another one that I want to share with you guys. This is cool stuff. Let me grab this little article so you guys can start thinking around this as well. And this is just my sick brain sometimes, so I apologize. So there's this thing that is happening right now. I'm going to pull this up. And I was like intrigued by it. And I always go to chat to see if it's real. So let me just show you what it is. So there's Orlando to Tampa in 30 minutes. New electric air taxi infrastructure unveiled at Kissimmee Gateway Airport. Guys, if this literally takes off, it'll change the world overnight. And so I was reading through it and I snapped a pic. I'm like, Chad, is this real? Like, absolutely. And I said, and he knows I build websites. So I said, if it was me and I was in Orlando or Kissimmee or wherever I was, I would be putting this article on my website to bring authority to my website to let them show I'm local and hyper local and there's content here. This will bring more people to your site. But think about here, I'll post this article in here. It's freaking sick. Like, I'm stoked about this. If it actually takes place, because if it's in one place, it'll be in other places.
Hey, Scotty, I was at a conference probably 3 or 4 years ago, and one of the panelists was the president of Uber and the president of United Airlines and one other, and they were talking about exactly that then, and that was 4 years ago. So that's crazy to see that in print. It's the Jetsons.
That's exactly what Lonnie said. She's like, it's the Jetsons. I'm like, okay, so we could literally have one in our like probably and it's battery. It's like they got a charging station. Like, so you get in it, you go to wherever you want to go, land it, charge it. Like it's the Jetsons on steroids. Like it truly is. It's scary. Like truly scary.
And if you don't know who the Jetsons are, I'm sorry.
If you don't know who the Jetsons are, then we can help you with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe that's my new theme song. All right, so host events, right? We've been talking about CE classes. There's a bunch of us on here that are now CE certified. I'm CE certified in Florida. Linda, CDLP. Lynn, we need to get you back on and talk about that because you're knocking it out of the park. So she does CLE. Like, I don't know what all the letters are, but there's a lot of letters in there. So
Legal.
Yes.
Continuing legal education.
Judges. Yeah, another friend of mine did 19 judges last week. Think about that. So you get the judges. Who else you get? You get the lawyers. And you get the mediators.
Yep.
And you get the agents.
That's when you know you're the legit deal is when you're doing that's judicial CE. And it's just so cool.
Right. Webinars. I've done a lot of webinars the last couple of weeks with David did one, Lisa did one. We're doing some more. So we did it's just putting amazing content, letting people know you're the expert. So pretty cool. First time homebuyer, we did one of those. Brian and I did the first time homebuyer one. Investor and specialty target. So I know it's scary if you want to get on the phone with me and talk about like how to overcome that and like how to have help. So what I'm doing is I interviewed Brian, did very well. David interviewed him. Lisa interviewed him. So I make them the expert and I literally put up a slide like this and I go, just read off the slide. Don't read word for word, but let's talk about buying a first time home. What are the things you should avoid? What are the things you should do? Brian, it was easy, right? Oops, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
You talking about the other Brian or me, Brian?
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
sorry
Brian.
about that. Yeah, it really was easy. And all we did was really kind of wing it. You asked the questions and I answered.
Yeah, and the answer is right there on the screen. So
Yeah.
so yeah. If you guys have any questions, just get with me and cool. So yeah. So and then send one. Okay, this is a good. Send one helpful email every week. Easy to do, not salesy. There's always, I mean, if you literally lose it and you can't think of anything, like this is 52. I used to do this religiously, but I did video marketing. So I'd do a video and I would do something that had to do with everyday life. Like you're in the left-hand turning lane, getting ready to turn left. Make sure you keep your wheels straight so that if you get hit from behind, you don't get pushed into oncoming traffic. I think about it every time I'm turning left. Now you will. You know, the gas gauge, you know, how you pull in, you're like, man, I'm just like, what size is the gas gauge on? Especially if you do rental cars or anything like that. How many people drives every week? How many people drive a car every week and put gas in once a month or once a week, right? How many people turn left almost every day if they go somewhere? So I'm subliminally getting into people's heads doing video marketing. If there's a really cool app that's going viral, tell them about the app. So if they download the app and they start using the app, who are they going to think about? Has nothing to do with mortgage until it has to do with mortgage and they start thinking about buying, selling, or investing. And then ask for, this is a good one. Ask for one introduction every day. Hey, who do you know that I could just give information to help make their everyday life better in regards to buying, selling, investing, debt consolidation, who's going through one of the 5Ds. I mean, if you put this stuff in their head, right? I'm not saying being mean, but I'm saying, hey, Lynn, if you know anybody that's going through death, divorce, diamonds, diapers, or debt, man, I would love to be a part of the conversation if they're looking to buy, sell, or invest. I mean, if you said that one time a day, every single day, you're sending an email a week, you're doing 5 touches on social media. Think about this. I'm not selling anything. I'm just being present, visible, real, relevant.
Top of mind. That's all you're doing.
That's it.
If we have to remind people what we do. Think about it. Think about all the people that come into our life, vendors, and how many times have we gone back and go, oh my God, that was such a great, why didn't I call that guy? Or I totally forgot to whatever, right? And that might have been a great connection, or maybe it was a great idea or something you wanted to implement in your business. But because we didn't do the follow-up, there's no, and if that person's not calling you, you're going to forget about that no matter how great the idea was. So think about that when you're approaching the agents. Maybe you've got something they really need or they could really benefit from. If you go in there and talk to them once and don't remind them constantly on why they need you, they're going to forget just because there's so many people going after them. There's so much static. You have to break through that.
Well, there's a million. I don't know what the law is, but there's a million things coming at us per day. I mean, you guys, like most people that are on this call or ever see, you'll forget about 90% of what I said. Just because you're multitask. I mean, like here's the funny part. So we did a recording of a webinar, played it for 2 years. Same recording, and we played it for 2 years. We could see the people that would register. There's people that registered 3 and 4 times, and they would literally come on the 3rd time and go, "This is the best. This is the best. This is the best ever." And it was the same one they saw a year ago because everybody's doing different things. So So you know how when you go to an event and you hear certain things, you're like, ooh, but the other things you're like, you check out and you're on your phone doing other things. Like that's the whole thing with, so when you're doing all these things, email marketing, phone calls, text messages, social media, you don't know when you're going to catch them in that reticular activator phase when they're looking to buy, sell, or invest.
I keep saying that the word is relevance, like when it's relevant. And I keep saying that to the loan officers on my team because the same thing happens. I show them something and then like 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, what about blah, blah, blah. I said, do you remember we went over it? Oh, no, I don't. Because for exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you just got to be redundant. There's somebody that was in the Freedom Club. I don't know if it was Philia, one of those guys that was really...
Robert Philia. Yeah.
Maybe it was Scotty Campbell. It might be Scotty Campbell.
Yeah.
And his process was redundant. Like that was the word because, and you find it with borrowers too. It's too much information for them to digest. So you have to do it. you have to say this, even though it's annoying to us, they don't remember that we already told them that. So you got to just be friendly and nice and say it again. So it's
Yeah.
the same with the realtors too. When it hits, like when it's relevant to them, that's when they're going to call you. So just because you did it once doesn't matter. You got to just keep repeating the same thing over and over again.
Okay, so just so you guys know, and Kathleen, thank you. So I appreciate that. This is the presentation I'm doing next week to an office, real estate office. And if they pick one of them, they will have more opportunities. Just one. Heaven forbid they take a 30 minutes and do them all every day, or an hour, 1 hour a day. I mean, like most people couldn't handle the business if they did this. You know what I mean? Like if you literally likes and comments on Facebook, phone calls, text messages, social media, happy birthday, it's an hour, 1 hour. Hyper local, focus, event, do an event, do a wine tasting party.
Scotty, they're spending 2 to 3 times that scrolling social media for personal commenting. So why not shift that to business?
Okay, all right. I'm so glad you brought that up. So let's just do that, Lynn. And I know I'm way past, so I apologize. So I appreciate you guys staying, but let's just go to. I want you guys to see this. So the average time people spend on social media a day. Okay, so this is why this is so important. Let me just show you the answer to this. All right, so the latest global data shows the average person spends 2 hours and 21 minutes per day. If you're not there, if you're not liking, commenting, interacting, they are. Per day, 2 hours, 21 minutes. Per week, 16.5 hours. Per month, 70 hours. Per year, 850. Over 10 years, 357 days, almost an entire year spent on social media. Hello. So if you're like, okay, how do what CRM? Facebook. Use social media as your CRM. If you're not going to use a CRM, right? What does a CRM do? Remind you to call somebody, remind you to email somebody, remind you to follow up with somebody. You can put people in categories. You can do that on Facebook. And the problem is Facebook's free. So we don't put any value or importance in it. I sound like I'm being like mean, but there's just so much opportunity out there. And the people that are doing this simple stuff, it's boring. I'm telling you, it's boring, redundant, like you said. I don't know if Kathleen said it or Lynn, like it's boring. But man, it does create a lot of opportunity, a lot of loans, and a lot of checks, but like get deposited from doing this stuff. So there you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for staying over. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I think any questions before I go? I'll stick around. Anything at all?
So you said you're doing a class
next week?
Tomorrow, was it? The one that you were just showing the five texts, 5 calls, that screen, that slide you were just showing?
Yeah.
You're doing a class on that?
I'm doing a virtual presentation for a group of agents that are that Lonnie's the preferred lender of. Mm-hmm. And they're the ones that we're doing the homebuyer seminar live at 6:30 on Wednesdays, and then they're and I said let's just evergreen it. So I gave them that idea, and then she kind of started going, we need help, and so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bring out the contact, export context by Covey. You guys connecting with your database, the contacts in your phone. I'm gonna show them this simple stuff that costs nothing.
Yeah.
Email marketing. The only thing I talked about was the email marketing, which costs you pennies. You get one loan, it pays for any email marketing you'll do the whole year. And and so heaven forbid you do video email marketing, because then they hear you, they see your passion, they see your fun. Like if you tie in local businesses, and you're doing stuff like my buddy out there in Oregon, like he did 38 million just from Instagram videos at local restaurants, like mom and pop shops, giving away gift cards. Hey, forward, comment to get in the drawing for the gift card. He's growing a 10,000 person hyper local business now everybody knows him. So, and then he stays visible.
Let me know how that class goes. The your 30-day traffic challenge, whatever.
Oh, the 30-day traffic challenge. Yeah. And so So what I might do, and here's an idea that you guys could use, is instead of do just one class for them, I'm like, hey, I'd like to do a 4-week class for you guys to go over in detail. So then I mean, Mike's not here, but Mike did a 6-week series, and you know this, Lynn. He did I think he did 6. He's starting another one next month, but he did 6 classes, and he kept growing. More people kept coming on the divorce.
That's really good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did this, Kathleen, I did this one time where I did 4 weeks in a row, and people were showing up on week 5. They're like, what are we doing? What are we talking about this week? I'm like, that was
Mike actually had people bringing, so he did a 6-week divorce class on divorce readiness for real estate agents. And every week was different. And so each week he ended up having somebody bring an attorney that they knew. A real estate agent brought a divorce attorney. Another real estate agent ended up bringing their broker owner in, and he's partnered with a title company. So then now that he's done with the 6 weeks, he's now going into like a business development for the next 4 weeks. And these real estate agents are coming back every single week after week.
He's
And that's what
organically created a networking group, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. And all it is everything Scotty's talking about today is just that consistency. You don't think that real estate agents will come. He's not bribing them with lunch or gift cards or giveaways. We're not charging them either, though, right? It's just sharing knowledge and information. And through that, you don't think he'll get the rest of their business?
100%.
Of course he will, without even asking for it.
Here's another secret sauce too. So I did this. You guys know the Ocala room that I built the website. So I said, Lonnie, give me 3 title companies. I want to have them. I want to put them on the website as sponsors. And they're like, sure. So I called each one. I'm like, hey, can I add you to the website as a sponsor? What do you need from us? Nothing. Like, what? Nothing. I just don't want to say it's free. I want to say sponsored by, which is truly. So guess what happens? They call me up and they go, hey, could you do a CE class at our office? And we'll buy lunch and we'll fill the seats. What? Sure. All I got to do is show up. Yeah, that's it. So I'm in front of 8 agents. I didn't do anything. I just showed up. Just by saying, can I put you on the site?
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So grab 3 title companies. Say, hey, man, can I add you to some of do you guys want to come and talk for 5 minutes? You want to jump, if it's virtual, you want to come on and just introduce yourself and stay visible, who do title companies work with?
Realtor.
And then, what's happening is those title companies, for Mike, as an example, are talking to other reps about what they're doing because they're showing up every week with him. Now he's got 2 other title reps who are like, hey, will you come do this in our area? Can we come and we'll help you fill the room? That's why he's got 3 weeks before his next one kicks off, and they're already sending out flyers.
Yeah.
And the title company's sending it to all of their real estate agents.
He just sent me the flyer, which I'm putting on his website. Let me just.
No, don't.
Okay.
The flyer is not correct. He created it through AI, and so I had to kind of pull the reins back and go, I'm getting him the branded one. You'll have it today.
Slow it down. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Go whoever wins on Sunday, whoever you're rooting for. I hope they win. And be safe, stay visible, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.